So here's an issue that a lot of people run into, including me, and that's that you have multiple Gmail accounts. So for example, this is one of my test accounts, and I don't really use it much, but I use it to do some testing for my blogs and all of that. And then I've got a Gmail account for my feed burner, and then I've got my personal Gmail account, and then I've got a couple of work-based Gmail accounts. And so what happens is I have 5 or 6 Gmail accounts that I have to manage the inboxes, and so it can become a little problematic. So here's an easy way to solve that. So what I have here, if you notice, this is my main inbox, but over here on the right hand side you notice I've got these other labels here, and these it says Peter, Paul, Mary, and John, and what they are is just kind of a search label, and when I click on it, what it actually does is if I happen to get something from peter@gmail.com, which would be one of the search tags, it'll load all the emails in there, and then I can go back to the inbox. And so this is a good way to sort those emails that you get from other accounts. So what you want to do first is you go into your Google Labs, which is this little green icon. So we'll click on that, and when Google Labs, you go into that, and here we're on the Labs tab, and we're going to scroll down until we see the, let's see here, this one right here with this big Gmail logo, the multiple inboxes. So go ahead and enable that, and then hit save. And then once it's enabled, what you'll get is this multiple inboxes link here. So when you click on the multiple inboxes, you can set up a search query. So in this case, I'm just searching anything that comes in with that Gmail address. So in this way, it would be my fake one here. So Peter at Gmail, and then Paul at Gmail, Mary at Gmail. And then I can add my title. So we're going to go ahead and change that to Peter's email, just so you can see how that works. We go ahead and save the changes. If you notice here, you can put it on the right side above or below the inbox. It doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and hit save changes. And then what happens is you'll notice now it says Peter's email. So what I have done is I've gone into the other email account, and I have it set up to auto forward any emails to this email account, and then I have this email account set up to search for anything with that Peter at Gmail, for example, and then any email that comes to that account with that email would show up in the search query, which then would look kind of like an inbox. So it's an easy way if you have multiple emails to manage that. And then the other thing is if you want to forward, you just go ahead and go to the settings and then click on the forward option here. So in the other accounts, what you would do is you would forward it. So you'd click on the forward, and then you'd add the email account that you want to forward to. And then I just have it archive everything because I'm never going to be back in those email accounts. And then so what happens if you send an email to Peter at Gmail, for example, and I have it forwarded, that would end up going to my search query. So if we go back into the multiple inboxes, it would this is being searched. So if I got an email with that in the text of it, it'll show up in the inbox here in the Peter's email. So it's an easy way to manage multiple email accounts with Gmail, and just go to the labs and download that multiple accounts thing, and then set up the search for it.